Hi and welcome to this week's Something for the Weekend. I'm Tony, Sales Manager here at Martin Lynch & Sons, and this week we're going to be taking a look at power levels. Now, we've had a lot of questions due to the changes in licences here in the UK and as to what can be expected with the different power levels that are available to licensees. So, as per our last video, I'm going to quickly go through the equipment which I've got set up here just so you know what we're going to be using and how it performs, etc. in the field. So, starting off with Icom's IC-7610, as you know, it's their HF 6-metre transceiver, kind of top of the range at the moment. Fingers crossed we do get an anniversary edition radio coming out, Icom. So with the IC-7610, it is fully adjustable, so we can adjust down to 5 watts if need be, and we can take it up to 100 watts for intermediate users, for example, or the 25 watts for foundation license operators. Moving across from that, we're also going to use Acom's lovely 1200S solid state linear amplifier. Reason I've got this is because it will do a kilowatt quite easily, and that's going to be perfect for our full licensees that are watching and kind of think, well, is it going to make a difference if I run a kilowatt? So we've got these, but you're probably thinking, what antenna are we using? Well, we're in a lucky position here at Martin Lynch & Sons in that we do have a Yagi on top of the building, and as all of the QRP guys and girls know, the antenna is the main part of the system. So we're going to be using the Yagi whilst operating QRP and also whilst using the linear. So without any hesitation, we're going to get onto the radio. We're going to put a few calls out today. I'm going to try and make it as fair as possible. Still debating on whether we're going to start with the kilowatt first in order to get some interest and then work our way down, or start QRP first, see if we get any replies, and then gradually take the power up. But I'll explain as I'm going along as to what's going to happen. I'm not going to make it easy for myself because, you know what it's like at Martin Lynch & Sons. When we do a video, we like to just go on a band, any band, and see how it goes. So rather than go for 40 or 20, I think I'm going to start on 17 meters today. It's a nice quiet band, and if we maybe even get a bit of a pile up, it will be great, and adjust the power levels as we go along. Anyway, let's see how it goes. Here we are, ready and set up to go with the 7610 and the Acom 1200 and the lovely Yagi on the roof. Found a frequency which is clear on 17 meters. Got the beam in the east direction, so we're going to start transmitting over to the east and see what happens. Let me just check the time as well, so bear with me a second. Time is 12:15 UK time in the afternoon. Going to start at 5 watts, start putting some calls out, gradually take the power up as we go along, and we'll see what happens. So as I said, we'll try and do it fair, so if we do make a contact, I'll try and back the power down and maybe do some power tests as well with the next amateur that we have a contact with. Okay, so as I said, we're transmitting at 5 watts at the moment, beaming to the east, and we'll see what happens. Hello CQ, CQ17, CQ, CQ17 from Golf 2, Mike Lima G2ML. Golf number 2, Mike Lima G2ML. Golf 2, Mike Lima calling CQ, CQ17, CQ17 meters from Golf 2, Mike Lima G2ML. Golf number 2, Mike Lima calling CQ and standing by for any calls. Let's get the audio up for you as well so you can pick it up a bit better on the microphone here. Hello CQ, CQ17, CQ, CQ17 from Golf 2, Mike Lima G2ML. Golf number 2, Mike Lima G2ML calling CQ and standing by. Okay, so no activity as of yet. So I'll give it another call on 5 watts, and then I'm going to up the power to foundation level power, so which is now 25 watts here in the UK. Hello CQ, CQ17, CQ, CQ17 from Golf 2, Mike Lima G2ML. Golf number 2, Mike Lima G2ML calling CQ and standing by. Okay, still nothing heard, so I'm going to make the adjustment now. And we're up to around about 25 watts this should be. I'll just double check here. Hello CQ, CQ17, CQ, CQ17 from Golf 2, Mike Lima, G2ML, Golf number 2, Mike Lima, G2ML, calling CQ, CQ17, CQ17 meters from Golf 2, Mike Lima, G2ML, Golf number 2, Mike Lima, calling CQ and standing by for any calls. Now you probably noticed on the meter there that it wasn't peaking all the way up to 25, and you know, I like to run it just a little bit under, just so not everyone's conditions are the same. So let's see what happens. Hello CQ, CQ17, CQ, CQ17 meters from Golf 2, Mike Lima, G2ML, Golf number 2, Mike Lima, G2ML, calling CQ and standing by for any calls. So no responses as of yet, and this is on 25 watts. I'm looking, there's a couple of stations on the band. They're very weak at the moment. As I said, we're beaming east, so we'll change the beam around in a little while, but let's try up in the power and keep pointing east for now. So next step from the 25 watts is going to be 100 watts. So I'll make that change now. There we go, 100% on the 7610, and let's give that a try. CQ, CQ17, CQ, CQ17 from Golf 2, Mike Lima, G2ML, Golf number 2, Mike Lima, G2ML, calling CQ, CQ17, CQ, CQ17 meters from Golf 2, Mike Lima, CQ17. Okay, so this is 100 watts as I said so far. Still a bit of activity on the band as you can see further up. Yep, it's kind of picking up a little bit. Now 17 is a bit of a weird band in that I normally find that it sort of progresses as the afternoon goes along. So, you know, east seems to be the best place to be pointing in at the moment. And we'll give it one more call on 100 watts, then I'll start to up the power to the kilowatt. Hello CQ, CQ17, CQ17 meters from Golf 2, Mike Lima, G2ML, Golf number 2, Mike Lima, G2ML, calling CQ and standing by. Okay, so no takers so far on the 5 watts, 25 watts, 100 watts. So onto the linear now. So I'm going to get that switched over. Let's get the power drop down first of all. So obviously you want a lower input power into the Acom 1200S. So we're going to start about 8% or so. So about 7 or 8 watts on the 7610. Let's get the linear switched on. We're on the right band, so that's good. And let's put a call out and see what happens. I'll check the power on the linear as well as we're going out and bring it up so we're around about the kilowatt. CQ, CQ17, CQ, CQ17 from Golf 2, Mike Lima, G2ML, Golf number 2, Mike Lima, G2ML, calling CQ, CQ17, CQ17 meters from Golf 2, Mike Lima, G2ML, calling CQ, CQ17 meters from Golf 2, Mike Lima, G2ML, calling CQ and standing by for any calls. Okay, so that was around about 600 watts or so on the linear, so we'll just take it up a little bit. It should be fine. And continue now with the kilowatt. Hello CQ, CQ17, CQ, CQ17 from Golf 2, Mike Lima, G2ML, Golf number 2, Mike Lima, G2ML, calling CQ, CQ17, CQ, CQ17 meters from Golf 2, Mike Lima, G2ML, Golf number 2, Mike Lima, calling CQ and standing by. So far what we've learned is, if the bands aren't playing ball, the bands aren't playing ball. So it doesn't matter if you've got 5 watts, 25 watts, 100 watts or a kilowatt going into a Yagi, if the bands aren't behaving themselves and the propagation is not there in the direction obviously we're pointing, which is to the east at the moment, then it's made no difference. We've not had any takers as of yet. As you can tell, the band's kind of up and down a little bit. You'll see a bit of activity at the far part of the band. and a little bit just sort of popping up. But we're giving it one more call, and then what I'll do is I'll go to 15 meters and we'll give it a try on 15 and see what happens. CQ, CQ17, CQ, CQ17 meters from Golf 2 Mike Lima G2ML. Golf number 2 Mike Lima G2ML calling CQ, CQ17, CQ17 meters from Golf 2 Mike Lima G2ML. Golf number 2 Mike Lima G2ML CQ17. QRZ please from Golf 2 Mike Lima G2ML QRZ. Okay, we have a Sierra Mike 0 station please.
Sierra Mike 0
Okay, I've got Sugar Mike 0 Italy Tango Quebec QSL. Okay, yep, QSL. Okay, at the moment you're around about 5 and 7, 5 and 8 with some QSB. The nameless end is Tony, Tango Oscar November Yankee, and we're operating from the club station from the Martin Lynch store. G2ML Golf 2 Mike Lima. My beam is pointing east at the moment, so you're on the side of the beam, but we can maybe make a change if you have time and see if I can get a better signal for you. QSL. Okay, so I'm just going to go and quickly move the beam. I should have had a glamorous assistant. Okay, yep, QSL. I've moved the beam now, so hopefully the beam's in your direction and I can give you another report on the next over. So I'm just running a test here in the store. We're currently running 1 kilowatts, 1 kW with Acom 1200S linear and using an Icom 7610 to drive the linear. Just wondering if I could drop the power down and make another contact with you, QSL.
Situation here is 867, 100 west, and the Icom and Hungary is inside. Towards Lima, about 40 kilometers north from Stockholm. You are 5.9 plus here. You are very strong at the moment, and I can get you up to the kilowatt. Over to you, C2ML IC-7610.
Yep, QSL, and congratulations as well. Doing a fine job with the dipole now, and I can hear you nice 5 and 9 signal here. As I said, still a little bit of QSB, but all's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop the power down now to 100 watts and see if we can still make the contact, if that's okay. So bear with me one moment. Okay. So this is 100 watts now, 100 watts and the beam in your direction. So Sugar Mike 0 ITQ from Golf 2 Mike Lima. Back to you.
Very good, that only it's no distance, I would say. Could you go down?
Okay. Okay, so you said there was no difference there, so that's great. So still 5 and 9 with the 100 watts coming down from the kilowatt. So I'm just going to drop it now to 25 watts, if that's okay. So let's just take this down. So this is the same level our foundation license holders have in the UK. So hopefully you can still hear me. I'll give you a quick count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Sierra Mike 0 ITQ from Golf 2 Mike Lima. Back to you. Yep, QSL. I'll just we'll put it back to 100 watts there just to make it easier for you. So about a 5.1, 5.2 So yeah, many thanks for the report there. Really appreciate you doing the report with us. And if it's okay with you, we will be using your contact on our YouTube video as well, if that's okay. So back to you. As I said, about a 5 and 8, 5 and 9 for you, and a bit of QS Baker, unfortunately. So many thanks to the contact. Really appreciate it. And I'll say 73 and hope you have a great day there. So back to you, Sierra Mike 0, Italy Tango Quebec from Golf 2, Mike Lima, 73. Okay, many thanks. Take care. Take care. Bye-bye. So as you can see there, the band conditions were really changing whilst we were making the contact. So it was a nice 5 and 9 signal at one point, and just at the end there, literally disappeared with the QSB. Very interesting though, and as you hopefully heard over the audio from the speaker, with a kilowatt we were 5.9 plus, very strong, as he said, very big signal, and that was on the side of the beam at that time. So now, you know, obviously I ran off and moved the beam more into his directions. We're kind of, you know, sort of northeast kind of heading. 100 watts, no difference really. So still a 5.9 plus 10 or so, not a massive difference between that 100 watts and a kilowatt in operation. So if you're an intermediate license holder, for example, you know, you can make those contacts alongside someone who's running a kilowatt. There's not going to be a major difference there. Interestingly, he said when it went down to around about 50 watts or so, it was a 5 and 7. Down to 25 watts, we did drop down to 5.152. Now, I'm probably putting that down to the band conditions more than anything, not because of the power levels. Obviously, I was once a foundation license holder myself, running 10 watts and worked hundreds of countries and all with really good signal reports on very simple antennas. So more than likely down to the band conditions today on 17. But very interesting to see that the contact was still made, and that's the most important thing. That if you tried to make that contact, he was just running a simple dipole antenna near to Stockholm, and yeah, he still received us giving the call on low power, and the contact was made. And that's the main thing, you know, it's in the log. So if it's a rare country you're after, you can still make that contact. So we're going to give it a quick try on 15 meters. Let's see if 15 meters is a bit more open. And yeah, we'll go from there. And again, we'll do the same thing and start working again from 5 watts and working our way up through the separate power levels. So give me a few moments. I'm going to get things changed around, point the beam over to the east again, and then go from there and see what happens. Okay, so all set up for 15 meters now, 21 megs. And let's see what happens. I'm just looking at the band now, as you can see on the band scope. Not a lot of activity. I had a quick search. There's a station in Spain calling at the moment. I can't hear anyone calling in back, I'll be honest with you. Let's see what happens. I've got the antenna still pointing east. You never know, we may, you know, conditions are right and it opens up on the back of the beam, then we'll quickly switch it around again as we did before. But let's see what happens. So I've got a frequency here that I've put a call out just to make sure it's clear, but we'll do that again. And we're going to go the opposite way around this time. So we're going to start off with the big power and see how quick we get a contact and go from there basically. So again, starting off with 1 kilowatt. Is the frequency in use, please? Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use, please? This is Golf 2, Mike Lima, G2ML. Golf number 2, Mike Lima, G2ML. Okay, so no one's come back to us, so we can commence the CQ calls. CQ, CQ15, CQ15 meters from Golf 2, Mike Lima, G2ML. Golf number 2, Mike Lima, G2ML, calling CQ. CQ15, CQ15 meters from Golf 2, Mike Lima, G2ML. Calling CQ, CQ15, CQ15 meters from Golf 2, Mike Lima, G2ML. Calling CQ and standing by for any calls. CQ, CQ15, CQ 15 meters from Golf 2, Mike Lima, G2ML. Golf number 2, Mike Lima, G2ML, calling CQ, CQ15, CQ 15 meters from Golf 2, Mike Lima. Golf number 2, Mike Lima, calling CQ and standing by.
Charlie United to Bravo, New Denver, copy.
Yep, Charlie United station, please.
Yes, good afternoon. This is Charlie United number 2, Bravo, New Denver, working from St. Michael, East audio, copy, over.
Okay, QSL Charlie United 2 Bravo November from Golf 2 Mike Lima. Lovely signal here. You're on the side of the beam, so very good contact at the moment. Name you send is Tony, Tango Oscar November Yankee, and this is the club station for the Martin Lynch store. QSL?
Oh, that's great. Okay, very happy to talk with you, Tony. Big pleasure. You're very strong here, actually. You're 59 plus, okay? 5 by 9 plus on the peak, so without any problem whatsoever. I'm just running with the power from the radio. Fox Tango DX101MP, that's the rig. And the antenna is a 2-element X-beam, but today is very low because we've got the bad weather, very strong winds here, and the antenna is around, I should say, 5 meters from the ground. But it still works okay. And by the way, my name is Victor, Italy, November, Charlie Echo, Golf 2, Mexico, Lima, see you to be and go ahead.
Yep, QSL Vince, QSL. Very, very strong signal here anyway. You're 5.9 plus on the peaks, no problem whatsoever. I'm just wondering, do you have time for me to run a quick test? We're just shooting a YouTube video for the store, and I'm just wondering if we could just do a quick test with regards to power levels. At the moment we're running 1 kW, QSL.
Alright, that's great, no problem. Yeah, 1 kW, that's nice. Like I told you before, very punchy modulation as well. I don't know which kind of equipment you're using this time. And the microphone, everything things works okay. By the way, I'm working with AL Pro 7 microphone here. That's set here. And like I told you before, the radio is a Fox Tango DX101MP. So back to you once again, Tony, and gear Golf 2. See you to be and go ahead.
Yep, QSL Vince, no problem. So working conditions at the moment are an Acom 1200S linear, as I said, running just shy of 1 kilowatts, and Icom IC-7610 driving the linear. And we have a 3-element beam up at the moment, 3-element Yagi, which is pointing to the east. So you're kind of working just slightly off from your location at the moment. I'm just wondering if I could just drop the power level down to 100 watts, and if you could give me a quick report, Vince, QSL?
Yeah, 100 watts, you drop to 58, 59, QSL.
Okay, yeah, QSL Vince. So now is 100 watts now. So I think maybe it was QS Baker before, but yeah, now is 100 watts. I just wondered if I could get a quick report. Thank you.
Yes, 100 watts right now is 57. I've got a bit of QS Baker on the band as well, Tony, but you reach 57 on the peaks, QSL?
Yeah, QSL with the 5 and 7, and I'm just gonna drop the power down now to 25 watts for the video here as an experiment. So this is 25 watts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to you, Charlie United 2, Bravo November, Golf 2, Mike Lima.
Okay, Mike, Golf 2, Mike Lima, see you to be at 55, 56, 55 to 56 on the peaks, QSL.
Yeah, QSL, no problem. And this is 5 watts for our QRP viewers as well, just to see how 5 watts goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to you, Golf 2, Mike Lima.
All right, a big difference, Tony. 52, 52, okay. Very big difference on 5 watts, 52, QSL.
Yep, QSL. Now I'm just back on the linear now, so hopefully that's better for you. But yeah, very interested. We're just shooting a quick video just to show how different power levels affect contacts, etc. So this will be shown hopefully in the next week or so. Many thanks, Vince. Really appreciate you spending the time with us today, and lovely signal from you as well with the hull. And with regards to my audio here, it's just the standard Icom SM30 microphone. Back to you. CU2BN from Golf 2 Mike Lima.
Okay, Golf 2 Mike Lima. Right now I'm on 100 watts here. I just dropped down the power as well. 73 is always a pleasure. Good luck on the situation. And of course we'd like to talk more times on the futures as well. Golf 2 Mexico Lima Tony. CU2BN St. Michael Island.
Okay, many thanks, Vince, for the contact. Really appreciate it. And you're 5 and 5, 5 and 7 with the 100 watts. As I said, you're kind of on the side of the beam. So yeah, fine business there. Have a wonderful day, and hopefully the storm doesn't take the antenna down for you there. Okay, take care. 73 and good luck.
I hope so, Tony. Otherwise I have to talk with you to buy another one. 73, take care.
No problem at all. We'll send you an email with a link to the video as well. Take care. Bye-bye.
73, bye-bye.
Okay, so there you go, another little test there with regards to the power levels. Let me just pop the microphone down here. Very interesting there, and you even saw there, so he was running, I think he said a 2-element hex beam. And when he dropped down from the 200 watts from the radio down to 100 watts, there was a bit of a difference there as well of 2S points. So very interesting when it comes to that. With regards to our reports, again, the kilowatt to 100 watts, not a massive difference. Just a lot stronger when it came to the kilowatt again. As we went down, 25 watts, i.e. for the foundation license holders. Still made the contact, beautiful contact as well, and maybe an S point or so down. So not huge. And then obviously when we drop down to 5 watts, which in all honesty, I put it to 5% on the radio, so it's probably more like maybe 3 watts or so on actual sort of power on the radio setting. We did drop down again quite considerably, but contact was still made. And that's the interesting thing is, you know, we all rave on about it's not fair, people are running linears, we're never going to win the battle, as they say, when it comes to making that contact in a pile-up. It's going to be down to the operator, that's the main thing. So your timing of putting your call outs, especially if you're trying to work a DX station, and obviously down to the receiving station as well. You know, if they've got good ears, it doesn't matter if you're going to be running 5 watts or a kilowatt. Hopefully you're going to make that contact. Anyway, we're going to leave it there, and many thanks for watching. If there's anything you'd like to see in the future, please let us know. If you need to contact the team, it's sales@hamradio.co.uk. And obviously visit the website when you can and come to the store. We've still got a 40 find section and there's loads of new goodies for you. Take care. See you soon.